Dharma Bites is brought to you by Free Buddhist Audio, the Dharma for your life. Our work is funded entirely by donations from our generous listeners. If you would like to help us keep this free, make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. Thank you, and happy listening.
In the Buddhist tradition, the heroic ideal is embodied in the figure of the Bodhisattva. The figure of the Bodhisattva is this great being of energy and resourcefulness and compassion who work tirelessly for the benefit of others. One of my favorites for the archetypal bodhisattvas is Kshitigarbha. Kshitigarbha even willingly goes down into the hells, into the realms of hopelessness. He's the bodhisattva of lost causes. He goes down willingly into those realms of despair and hopelessness. This can seem rather impossible for us, but there's a particular saying of Sangharakshita's that for me embodies what this spirit is really like. If you compare yourself to one of the great bodhisattvas, you can, I feel anyway, I can't match that. But this little phrase of Bhante seems to hold for me the whole spirit of the bodhisattva ideal. He says, I will put no limit on what I am prepared to do when I am ready and the time is ripe for other living beings. We can do things. We can take on challenges that we're not ready for. And if we push ourselves way beyond our limits, it has a number of effects. Two effects came to mind. One is the first one, that you will probably fail. You will probably fail. Secondly, it will discourage us from taking on things in the future, which would be such a shame. It's our natural tendency to return to the comfort zone, and taking on too much encourages us to stay there, because failure encourages us in most of our lack of endeavour, I think. But we are living beings, and our nature is to want to grow. And if you counter that, unhappiness follows, I think. Last week I was talking about the importance of the context, and that context is other people. If we're not sure, in Bhante's phrase, that we are ready or the time is ripe, well, we can ask our friends. We can ask our friends who know us what they think for their opinion. But the attitude in principle of putting no limit on what you are prepared to do for others is one that will encourage you, I think, to keep moving beyond your comfort zone, and therefore to keep growing. To do with thinking about this kind of comfort zone, I was thinking that it isn't just about doing more things. It isn't just about doing really kind of challenging things, taking on more responsibility at kind of work or whatever. It may be moving towards love. It may be moving towards expressing connection and love for others. I don't know about you, but sometimes there are people in my life that I really love, that really mean a lot to me, and I don't tell them enough. I don't allow myself often to kind of think about that. If you know me, you'll be maybe surprised by that. You might think, well, I'm quite expressive in that kind of area, but I feel the kind of the lack, the resistance inside.
We hope you enjoyed today's Dharma Bite. Please help us keep this free. Make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. And thank you.